Alright everybody, welcome back. Today we've got the beginning of chapter 3. So we've only got after today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more until the end of this. I can't believe we're already at the beginning of chapter 3. We've gone through the prologue, we've gone through chapters 1 and 2.
We're on 3?
We're not on 3.
We're in this one.
We are not on 3. We are at the beginning. We are at the end of chapter 2. I don't know what I'm reading. We are at the end of chapter 2. My bad. So today we are on the sacrifice. And I was completely pulled up on the wrong one.
There we go.
We were on the sacrifice. So this is the end of chapter 2. So warning fans, please don't get on me for that. I genuinely had the wrong thing up.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, but we are on the end of chapter 2. This is the last song in chapter 2, the sacrifice. So I'm just going to get into reading the synopsis here, and it says, per interview with the band, the sacrifice is all internal. The queen is hearing the voices in her head, never realizing that they are only in her head. The evil side has almost complete psychological control at this point. The lyrics are masterful here, mimicking the abusive power control and treaty cycle that perhaps her parents used, from pleading to cohering to threatening in a smooth, frightening way. The queen is simultaneously attracted and repelled, drawn in by the chance to rid herself of guilt, handed over, all the pain will be mine, and wincing every time that sharp edge flashes out more and more often.
Yike.
So it's all internal.
So it's all internal.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm going to do something a little bit different here, if you don't mind.
What's up?
Because this brings up something here. I'm going to do a flashback real quick for you, or real quick for me anyway.
Okay.
I want to go back just for a second to, what was the last one we did? Red Hands Never Fade?
Yeah.
Okay. Because when we did the last video, we were more into the music. We didn't do a whole lot in regard to the lyrics.
We didn't dig into the lyrics. We didn't dig into the lyrics. We were watching the lyrics a lot to pay attention to what they were saying.
Right.
But our whole thing was saying, okay, it basically lines up with the synopsis.
It pretty much...
Right. There wasn't a whole lot of digging into it.
Right. And, you know, I went back and for some reason, it kind of bugged me because I'm the lyric person, right? Mm-hmm. And I just felt I'm missing something.
Okay.
So I went back and I reread those lyrics.
You were actually doing this and asking me questions during the premiere last week of Red Hands Never Fade.
I read over these lyrics over and over again. And
he's falling down the rabbit hole.
Something was really bugging me in regard to these things. And I was asking you, because remember I was asking you about the music. Was the music changing at all? Mm-hmm. And, you know, tone of music and stuff like that. And as I was reading these, because there was a lot of repeat, especially, you know, at the beginning, the synopsis that you read, they were saying that the synopsis was saying it was the queen was singing to the victim. Yeah. Basically to the corpse. Yeah. Right. That's what it was about. Mm-hmm. She was singing to the corpse. Okay. Two things really started to bug me. By the time, because it kept repeating itself. Mm-hmm. As I was reading and as I was listening, I was thinking to myself, or I started hearing to where I don't think she's still singing to the corpse.
You don't?
No. It sounded like she was starting to sing to somebody else.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I just got this inner feeling. Okay?
Okay.
That she was singing to somebody else. And then something else struck me. The word corpse.
Okay.
Because there are two deaths that are going on here. There is corpse and there was demise. The word corpse and there's the word demise. Mm-hmm. Okay? And it kept saying our demise. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Right.
Which means our demise, there's more than one corpse going on here.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously the lover's corpse.
Right.
Who's dead,
Yeah.
right? The guy who's dead,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And then there's
Your
her.
internal.
Well, then there's her.
Yeah.
Because she's demising as well.
Right.
Okay? Okay, which means somewhere along the line, there's her corpse that is rotting away here
Right.
as well.
Are you talking corpse, physical or metaphorical?
Well,
Like
at
internal.
this point, it's metaphorical because she's got something eating away at her as well.
So that's the psychological.
Okay, she's got something eating away
playing
at
through her head,
eating away at her as well because she's got this internal thing
going
on, and what's going to happen to her? She's meeting her demise as well.
Yeah.
Because she keeps saying our demise. Okay, so I'm thinking, as I was reading into this and I'm listening to the song, and again I kept getting this feeling she's talking to somebody else, and I wrote this stuff down so
he doesn't forget it again.
So I wouldn't forget it. Hey,
Yeah.
with the drugs from the 60s and stuff, I forget this stuff. Okay, it wasn't really the 60s, it was the 70s, but who's counting? But anyway, I kept getting the feeling that she was talking to, that she started talking to those inner demons. Okay. I don't know if this is, again, what you already said, I've gone down the rabbit hole.
The wabbit hole.
Okay, the wabbit.
WABBIT.
The wabbit hole. Okay. But, these lines of to tell me, to tell you that it's all right, but we both know that it's not.
Yeah.
Or that it ain't, okay?
That it ain't.
How she puts it, And then, when with talking to you and talking about the sacrifice and learning about the synopsis of the sacrifice in regard to what you just said, that it's totally internal. Okay, so now I have these two pieces of this book.
Right.
Okay, of this story. Okay, which would make perfect sense as a segue. If she was talking to the victim, and then I have this internal victim.
Right.
Okay. And then I have her talking to her internal sense.
Yeah.
Segueing into talking to this internal thing. Right? As far as the sacrifice is concerned. Okay. That would, and I'm just piecing this whole thing together, kind of, again, like a book, like a novel, okay? And I don't know, I may be so totally far off, but
this is you going down the rabbit hole.
But as I started, like I say, as I started looking at this, and like I said, it was just, as I was listening to this over and over, and I'm going, why does she keep repeating this? Over and over and over again? I get that she's talking to this dead guy. I get it.
Right. What else is she
There's got to be something, as a lyricist, there's got to be something other than just that she's talking to this dead guy, that she's trying to tell me. Okay? And, and then, like I said, I looked at corpse, I looked at our demise, I started thinking...
Getting deeper and deeper into it.
There's these double things going on.
Yeah.
And I so I just started thinking of, that. Now, I don't know if, if that's, true or not. I can't answer the question if it is or if it isn't.
Right.
The Queen doesn't even know because she's got so much crap going on in her head. Only Danny is the lyricist. Is
I think Powell was actually the one who wrote that one.
Okay. Then whoever the lyricist is, whether it's Danny, whether it's Powell, whether it's
Ali. Yeah.
Okay. Whoever it is who wrote it, they're the only ones, whether it was consciously or subconsciously, they're the only ones who are really gonna know how this was all set up. Yeah. Whoever it was who did it was brilliant in doing it. Right. Okay. Yeah. So get it back to them. Whoever's listening, get it back to them. Okay. So thanks for bearing with me on that.
On that one.
But I'll tell you, it was really, really it's really been bugging me this whole time. I had to get that off my chest.
Well, hopefully they can help you out with that one.
So thanks. I know I got kind of lengthy there, but I thought, that while we were going down this whole trail here, that you guys might be able to help me out with all of this as well. So anyway, okay,
you just
let's
want to
go
get
ahead.
into
Let's get into the sacrifice.
Alrighty.
And
You're gonna move my.
we're gonna probably
Papers.
turn that over.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I might need these.
oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah. You just let me know when you're ready.
Just go for it.
Play.
Please don't hide from me. I see through the fake smile that you've been wearing around. Don't lie to me. I see through the facade that you're portraying as everything starts to collide. You can't forget though you have tried. Don't reject the darkness in your eyes.
That's pretty. That's wow.
If I hadn't heard the synopsis,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I would have known that that's what that was about.
What? That it's her arguing internally?
Yeah. If I didn't know the story,
Mm-hmm.
and was just taking that song
Mm-hmm.
for just like at face value.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this sounds kind of weird, you know, but in the context of what it's of everything,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in this internal, you know, what this sacrifice is talking
Mm-hmm.
about versus the sacrifice, versus if you just read this in regard, if you just read this in regard to making a sacrifice for somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do this, let me do that for
Mm-hmm.
you. I'll
Right.
show you,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that, you know, my sacrifice for you,
Mm-hmm.
you know, almost like a loving sacrifice.
Right.
Okay. Versus what's going on
Mm-hmm.
here, you know, in a warped sense, it could be a loving sacrifice.
It could be, or
Yeah,
like a double
yeah.
meaning somewhere or
Right.
something. It could be.
It is a double meaning.
It could be.
It is a darkly double meaning.
Mhm.
Because in a warped, I say a warped sense, in a dark sense, you know,
Mm-hmm.
from the dark side, you know, right, you know, from the dark side,
Right.
as far as, you know, let me do this for you,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dark love, if you want to call it that, you know. I'll be more than happy to take your pain away from, you know, to help you with your pain,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Right.
versus, you know,
It's got
You
a
know,
lot going on in there.
it's a heck of a sacrifice,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in
There's
there.
there's a lot of stuff going on in there,
Yeah.
and like you said, and it's probably one that I need to sit, that I'm going to sit there and I'm going to read it over again. But I promise I'm not going to go on a 10-minute tirade either. you know, in regard to it at the beginning of the next, you know, in the beginning of the next chapter.
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
But I don't know.
Anyway,
But I'm
you all set?
I'm set. Yeah,
All right.
I'm set. They've heard enough. They've heard enough from me today.
All right,
So-
until next week. Alrighty, guys, remember to join us down on Discord. That link is down in the description below. It is always a super fun time on there. If you want up-to-date information on stuff that's going on, or up-to-date updates from me or from possibly Dad, you know, for anybody else, make sure to join us on Discord, because that's where you're going to get it first. Make sure if you would like to send us something, you can always send it to our P.O. box. That information has come up on your screen. Remember, we do have our request form down in the description below, and what I've been doing is on Discord, I have a tab there that I write out written reviews for songs that have been on the request form for a while that we haven't been able to get to. So if you put a song on the request form, you may not get a video response back from it, but if you join us on Discord and check out that that song list that I have there, I will be writing out written reviews for songs that are put on the song request form. Remember, we do have our Teespring link down in the description below if you'd like it to buy any of our merchandise. We do get to thank all of our patrons who've helped pledge to make this video possible. Thank you so much for all that you have done. If you would like to become a Patreon member, that link is down below. But if you would not like to become a Patreon member, but we would still like to help out the channel financially, we do have a PayPal donation link down below as well. And last but not least, we do have a subscriber goal now by the end of the year of 5,000 subscribers, guys. So if you have not already subscribed, we highly encourage you all to do so. If you know someone who's a fan of The Warning and who would like to see these reaction videos, send it to them, encourage them to subscribe, because we're really looking to try to hit this 5,000 goal in the next week and a half. To 2 weeks, yeah. So it's a big goal for the end of the year, but I know we can hit it. So make sure, if you're, like I said, if you're not already subscribed, to subscribe. And if you know someone who enjoys the Warning reactions, I know right now we're just focused on the Queen of the Murder Scene album, but after that, either I will be or we both will be going through some other of their songs as well. So make sure you're subscribed for that. Make sure you share. I can't stress this enough. I know I'm like a broken record here, but make sure you share this out to other Warning fans and encourage them to subscribe as well. So
we're good.
You're good?
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to smack that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we will see you all next Thursday. Peace out.